Today we are discussing the video 4 of strategic portfolio management. Before we go into further details, let's recap what we have actually covered so far. In the previous videos we have covered strategy piece, which is the importance of understanding organization requirements through organizational strategy, as well as develop a procurement strategy which is aligned to the organizational strategy. And it's really important to understand what that thing is. In the next video, we have talked about internal needs. Really important to understand what an organization is looking for and how to assess those needs. So we discussed about the notion of ABC analysis, as well as how to map that on a matrix whereby we can assess risk versus return portfolio. Before we go any further, we need to understand why we are doing it. From the onset, we have been saying that we are trying to become more and more strategic. And the whole reason behind becoming more and more strategic is to make sure that procurement is adding value at the appropriate level. The history of procurement evolution is evolving. And in the first 40 years, the major emphasis was to become a transactional support as well as provide cost savings to make sure that P&L gets improved. So the overall focus was to improve just on cost and be best in negotiating deals. In the following 25 years, the emphasis by procurement organizations was to make sure to provide a TCO, or a total cost of ownership approach, thereby making sure that procurement is covering both ends, the upstream as well as downstream. However, moving forward, procurement is now considered to be, or it is going to be considered to be, a revenue enabler. For that, it has to go through certain steps. And these steps that procurement organizations are these days taking is from becoming a partnership into a co-development, moving forward towards a collaborator, as well as become a cooperator, or developing into a cooperative organization. So now we delve into the actual topic of today's discussion, which is the concept of buying center. The concept of buying center is nothing new. You do it very often. In your household, when you're buying a car or a house, there are different influencers. For example, you yourself or maybe your boys are more interested in looking into a certain type of car, while when you are looking into buying a house, maybe your better half is more inclined towards influencing that decision. So there are different influencers for different type of purchases. Similar is a concept in any organization where you have different stakeholders influencing a certain purchase. You have buyers who would actually do the purchase. You have gatekeepers who would make sure that the governance is intact whenever a procurement happens. You have cashiers, for example, people who are looking into the P&L as well as approvals of the budgets. You have deciders who are actually taking the final decision on the actual purchase. There are users who would actually use that purchase at the end of the day. And then there are other influencers, for example, people in a senior position whereby they can influence the overall purchasing decision. To understand this buying center, we have to make sure to understand a couple of items which relates to these stakeholders. The first and the foremost is to understand how they are satisfied and how the satisfaction is measured. What would make them happy or unhappy? And it's really important to understand what will be the outcome of that specific purchase. The next piece is how this purchase will be measured in terms of its success. So if success may be different for different stakeholders, and it's really important to understand what and who and how this success is being measured against. The third piece is to understand targets. That's really important because in any organization, different stakeholders would have different targets. Finance may have a target to reduce a certain number in the P&L. Engineering may have a target to get things delivered as quickly as possible. Procurement may be looking for savings target. So it's really important to understand and strike a balance between these various targets. And then finally, to understand the importance. So what importance these various stakeholders put to that specific purchase? Is this really at the top of their list or at the bottom of their list? By balancing all this, a procurement professional can take a saner judgment in how to manage this overall deal. Once we do all that, then we can call ourselves as a better collaborator or a better cooperator, which will be a win-win position for all the organization. Thank you.